Hello, what is up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I am going to build a gaming PC which is having a budget of 50,000 rupees to 55,000 rupees without the inclusion of a monitor, keyboard and a mouse. And in the end of the video I will be telling you guys with the monitor, keyboard and mouse that I chose for my own system, the cost that I paid for everything, including the taxes that I paid. I have purchased all the items from the offline market as well as online market during the sale via Amazon, Flipkart, and even from the offline market where sale was going. So the prices that I'm going to quote are not the exact price that you might be getting, but this is what I got in my market. So starting with the most important part of any build in my opinion is the processor, because the processor is the main thing in any of the system. Without that you won't be even having very good graphic card or a very high-end motherboard, but if your processor is not that good you won't be able to achieve your goal for what you are building your PC. And for me, building this PC was with the objective of gaming, streaming and even video editing for my YouTube channel. So for the processor I went with the Ryzen 5 3600, which cost me 16,500 in the offline market, and this is a 6 core 12 thread 3.6 gigahertz base clock speed which goes up to 4.2 gigahertz. For the motherboard I went with the Gigabyte B450M DS3H motherboard, and the sole purpose of going with this budget category motherboard was that this motherboard has 2 PCI Express slots, 4 RAM slots, 4 SATA ports and M.2 support, which in my opinion is a deal breaker for any motherboard under 6200. And it is also having a Gigabyte sync technology where you can sync your RGB colored fans and LED strips with the controller that you want, if you want to add into your system, making it look super cool. And the motherboard I will be making a dedicated video on all the parts that I'm going to use in the upcoming week, so stay tuned if you are to buy one. And for the motherboard I would like to tell you guys that it is also having 4 USB 3 ports at the back with 4 2.0 ports as well, with a keyboard and a mouse dedicated option available, and it is also having a 3 audio jack at the back input output shield panel. And the best part is that it is also supporting the Nvidia SLI and the AMD Crossfire, which in my opinion I won't be doing on it, but for flaunting and show off that my motherboard is having this support, it was a good include. The main part for any gaming PC is its graphic card. So for the graphic card I went with the Inno 3D 1660 from Nvidia. It is a 6GB variant having a GDDR5 memory. Now going with this graphic card in place of a 1650 or a 1660 Ti was the budget. It was available for 16,500 in the offline market, I would like to quote. As I was telling, why I chose with the 1660 was because for it is having the same Nvidia encoder, that is a Neo encoder, which is available in the RTX series cards, that is a 2060 and the 2070 and even the 2080. So it is having a same encoder which the RTX high-end cards are having. So for streaming and video editing and everything, this card is just going to be the value for the buck. And even this card provides really good gaming capabilities because it is a very high-end card in my opinion, under 20,000 rupees if you are to buy one. Now comparing it with the RX 580 or the RX 590, those cards require a lot of power to run. With a 650 watt power supply or 550 watt power supply you will be at maximum, but on this card it is very power efficient and everything which a normal person uses. So this was the reason I went with the Nvidia 1660 in place of the RX series or even the 1650 or the 1660 Ti. Now for the RAM I'm going with the g.skill ripjaws 3000 megahertz, which costs me 5,300 rupees in the offline market. It is a single stick RAM. Yes, I know I'm having 4 RAM slots, still I went with the single channel because of sole one reason, because the 8x2 16GB option was available for 6,400 and the single chip was available for 5,300. So if you have the budget to spend, you can really go with the dual channel memory option, but I went with the single channel because that was really cheap for me. So now for the power supply I went with the 550 watt from Antec. It is a 80 plus certified power supply, and it is really providing me 3-year warranty and everything. So I was really surprised, and it was available for 2800 rupees in the offline market. I think that it was sales going on in that shop, so that was the reason I got this one for a really cheaper price. And antec, I would and for the first time I'm using the antec power supply, so I won't be quoting that antec is the best or Cooler Master or Corsair or not. I'm using it and I'm really satisfied with the performance of the antec cooler series for the past 10 days. So that's the reason I'm saying that if you are to buy one, you can go for the antec 550 watt power supply in your build. For the storage, I decided to go with the SSD plus mechanical drive storage. That is the 1 terabyte hard drive and the 240 GB of SSD. SSD is provided by WD Green, that is a M.2 240 GB, and it is providing me really good boot up times and installation time of certain applications. Whereas for the hard drive, I went with the Seagate Baracudda, so which is providing me really good speed at 7200 RPM. So the last thing where everything is going to be assembled, each and every component is going to be assembled, that is the PC cabinet, and I went with the antec ESPORTS 200 TG, which costed me 2575 rupees in the online market, that is via Amazon during the sale. And apart from the sale, it is available for 2800 2900 in the Amazon. So and if you want, you can go with this cabinet. It is, in my opinion, having a really good cooling support. That is, it is having 120 mm fan support in the front, that you can install 2 fans, one each of 120 mm size in the front and even on the top. And it is also having dust filter, magnetic dust filter, and the best part of this is that it is having a glass panel, not the acrylic panel which is available in the Cooler Master or even the Corsair series. So that is a very good inclusion in my opinion, that you will be getting a glass panel. Though with glass panel there comes a responsibility of that it is very really fragile and you have to be careful using your mouse if you are having a compact size desk. Apart from that, this cabinet in my opinion is just the deal breaker. And as the video is coming to an end, I am going to tell you the whole build including the monitor and everything. It costed me around 64,000 rupees. Now if you are having a monitor with you, you can skip the monitor which I chose. I chose the LG 22-inch monitor which I got for 6300 rupees in the Amazon sale which was held in the month of September. So that is a very good deal breaker option. And with the keyboard, mouse and headset that I chose for my gaming accessory, because I won't be doing that much of a gaming. Mainly my work will be editing and stuff. So I went with the Redgear MT41 series, as I have made a dedicated video on the keyboard and the MT41 as well. You can go and check out, the link is in the description below. And I chose with that and I went with that, and I have been using this PC for the past 10 days, and I will be posting videos about each and every component, and I will be giving a detailed review of the motherboard, the processor, even the hard drive that I am using, and the RAM. Everything is just fantastic in my opinion. So if you are to buy one gaming PC, you can definitely go for this one, and I will be uploading the benchmark results, the gaming benchmark results, in the upcoming weeks. So do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. With that being said, as I always say, till we meet again, tata, bye bye and sayonara.